show God how this supposed to be done.
What's up, guys? Coach Simons here, episode 2. Today's topic is going to be called Let's Keep It Real. And I'd like to talk about things that bother me in the fitness industry in relation to gyms and personal training and supplements and just generally things that you see that make you shake your head and say, what the fuck is that person thinking? And I'm not going to attack anybody personally. Anybody I may be talking about, I'm sure is a nice person. But in terms of fitness, they need to step their game up. Maybe choose a different career path. So many of you know from my first video, I've been training for about 10 years now. And I've seen everything in my past. I've worked at gyms, you know, my co-workers and vice versa. I've belonged to many different gyms and trained there and seen things that just make me shake my head and say, what the fuck? So the first thing is fat trainers. This is something I'll never understand, both from a employment standpoint, from owning a gym, as well as being a trainer myself. And I'm not talking 10 or 15 pounds. I'm talking fat trainers, you know, even obese I've seen. You know, if you have 50 pounds of extra body fat on your body and you're a personal trainer, I have to question, are you right in the head? And the reason is as a personal trainer, you're a fitness professional, and being as passionate as I am, I feel there should be a certain standard similar to many other industries. So if you're a personal trainer, you should not only be a role model towards your clients, but also a mentor and a coach. And how are you supposed to help somebody lose weight and get healthy and get fit if you're very overweight yourself? If on the weekend all you do is eat junk food, even during the week. You know, I've worked with people at different gyms where I open the fridge and right next to my chicken and brown rice and broccoli is pizza from the night before or Chinese food. And not to say that I don't ever eat junk food, we all eat it occasionally, but when you live off of it and you look at someone's physique and they're very out of shape, you have to question, what are they doing in this field? I've worked out at gyms where I've seen at least a 350 pound trainer, and he would sit in a chair the entire time he's training his clients or on a Swiss ball. And I have to wonder, what are these clients paying for exactly? I think a lot of them are confused and under the misconception that, oh, this guy or this woman is so nice, they must be a good trainer. Because I've met a lot of these people that are overweight, these trainers, and they're all really nice people. They're great people. But when it comes to personal training, why are you wasting your money not getting results? And typically what you'll notice is that these very overweight trainers have overweight clients that aren't strong, that aren't fit. You see them month after month working out and they're getting no results. And again, I'm not saying anything bad about the person themselves, but you need to be fit if you're in this industry. And the same goes for working at a gym. If you're a gym owner, if you're working the front staff, you know, if you're a staff at the front desk or doing membership sales, you should be working out, you should be physically active, you should be living the lifestyle. And again, as I mentioned in prior videos, is that, well, I only did one video, but you'll catch on. I'm not talking about competition. If you're a trainer, you don't need to compete. People do Tough Mudder races, they do Ironmen, they do marathons, they go hiking, they play tennis, whatever the case may be. But you should be fit. You don't have to be super muscular, you don't have to be super lean, but you should appear fit. And that's one thing that really drives me crazy with the fitness industry, is that these gym owners hire trainers that are out of shape. And if you look at the track record and the sales of these trainers, they're not doing that well. 9 times out of 10, the top trainers in a gym are, number one, the most passionate ones, number two, and the fittest trainers. So that's something that really bothers me, and I'm sure of a lot of other people and trainers. I know a lot of clients that I've worked with over the years have told me that they would never pay to be with a fat trainer. You know, so I think it's kind of sad that they can't get their own life under control in the sense of eating healthy and exercising, and then they want to take somebody's money and say, you know what, I eat cupcakes, I eat pizza, it's okay, let's do it together. You know, you want to inspire these people to get healthier because you only have one life to live. And if you're wasting it, I mean, unless you enjoy being obese, then by all means, I'm not talking to you. The next thing that bothers me are all of these corporate gyms that are opening up. I'm not going to say what they are, but you know, some initials are PF, WOW, and even some of these elite sports clubs in my home city of Boston. They have managers that are extremely out of shape, that don't exercise, that don't eat healthy. And I'm just wondering, how can you manage a gym, you know, do sales, whatnot, when you're overweight? When you have a clear belly sticking out of your shirt? You know, when you're wearing short sleeves, and I can tell that if I had skin fold calipers, I would measure 40 millimeters on that thing. You know, in addition to, you know, they have these clubs that are serving pizza and Tootsie Rolls to their clients. But hey, it's only $10 a month, so why not get these members even more fat? I saw a picture the other day on Facebook, and it was somebody, I think they were on the treadmill or the leg extension machine, and they were eating a slice of pizza while doing it. And the post blew up, and you know, 99% of the people were laughing at it. And then this one person or a couple of people were like, don't judge this person, you don't know where they come from, you don't know, you know, how hard they're working. And I'm like, trust me, they're not working that hard if they're eating pizza on a machine while they're exercising. And if you're a gym condoning eating junk food, serving candy at your front desk, boasting on your website, we serve 25,000 slices a month at our various locations, you should not be condoning that business. You should not belong to that gym. You know, whether it's affordable or not, there are other gyms, there are other options. And most people that go to those gyms aren't serious about fitness. So on the other hand, they're saying, well, at least they're doing something. It's counterproductive. If you're going in and walking on the treadmill at 2 miles an hour, eating pizza, eating Tootsie Rolls 3 days a week, you're doing more damage than good because you're eating junk food while you're there, which normally you probably wouldn't be doing. And they're getting the misconception that, oh, it's okay to eat pizza because I'm not being judged. Yet, these same companies judge anybody who's fit, anybody who's strong, anybody who has muscles, anybody who is concerned with their water intake, because apparently you're not allowed to bring a gallon jug of water to this gym, these gyms. You know, and you have these corporations that are running these facilities that most likely have no idea, you know, what the damage they're causing to the fitness industry itself. And everybody has a choice to go where they want to go, and it's very sad that the no thrills type of gym is slowly dying off, because that's, you know, I feel maybe late 90s, early 2000s, when there were a lot of gyms, no thrills, that's when a lot of people were the most serious about fitness. Now you have all these fancy health clubs offering, again, this is something that drives me crazy, offering bar classes, BARRE. And their marketing scheme is build long, lengthy, lean, toned muscles. And I've watched videos on this class, and essentially you're bringing your body into these different positions up on a bar, like a ballet bar, and stretching and holding. Listen, you cannot elongate your muscle. You were born a certain way, your muscle insertions are where they are. You're not going to burn body fat, you're not going to develop toned, long, lean, hard muscles by doing a bar class, or doing Pilates class, or doing yoga, okay? If you want to see your muscles and make them visible, you need to lose body fat. End of story. If you want to get stronger, you need to lift heavier. You can't be doing the same curls, the same kickbacks, the same shoulder press, all with a 2-pound pink rubberized weight. And you see the same ladies, the same young girls in the gym doing this shit, which makes no sense to me. Do some cardio, get your diet to be 100%, drink your water, get your sleep, lower your stress levels, lift heavy, lots of compound lifting and bodyweight movements. That's how you're going to develop a good body and lose weight. That's a fact. Something else that bothers me is all these commercials over the past few years about fitness equipment that is supposed to tighten and tone and build muscle. A lot of you guys already know about, the shake weight, where I think it's centrifugal force, and you're pushing and pulling, and inside is a mechanism going back and forth, and as you're stabilizing the muscle, it's supposed to define and tone and lose 20 pounds in 20 days bullshit, and Nutrisystem, eat chocolate cake and lasagna and lose weight. It's like, come on, stop being a lazy fuck. Go out there and do something. I don't care how little time you think you have. It's about priorities, and you need to make priorities for what's important. That's why healthcare costs are so high in this country. That's why doctor's visits and dental visits are so expensive. That's why people, you walk around somewhere, how often do you see somebody that's extremely fit that makes you, turn your head and look twice, saying, wow, that person is really in shape, they're really muscular? Very rarely do I see anybody like that. Most of the time I'm turning my head to say, holy shit, that lady's gonna be 500 pounds. Look at that guy leaning over with extreme scoliosis walking with a cane at 55 years old. If you go to a mall or a restaurant, wherever, anywhere public, everybody is out of shape. 70-80% of people are out of shape, and it's very sad to me, because I'm so passionate about what I do, that if I went up to one of these people and handed them my business card and said, I'd like to help you, they would get offended at me. They'd probably get upset, which is why I don't bother. If someone starts making small talk with me about, oh, what do you do? How do I lose 5 pounds? I don't waste a breath, because I know for a fact that person's not going to listen to what I'm going to say. They typically always ask for a free diet plan. I want to lose 15 pounds before my wedding, 15 pounds before my birthday. I want to tighten and tone my arm fat before I go on my, whatever, before my prom. And it's ridiculous. It's really annoying, actually, because I know a lot of trainers get that, with people asking for just quick advice. How do I lose 5 pounds by Friday? It's like, go throw up, go take a shit, take some diuretics and have diarrhea for 4 days, then you lose weight. But it's water weight, And then, something else that's out now is these wraps that you wrap on your body, and they're supposed to break down cellulite or fat stores. More nonsense. If you could place a wrap on your body that would burn away fat, don't you think a lot more people would be using it? The only thing it's probably doing is moisturizing your skin, maybe enhancing it with some minerals or vitamins, dehydrating the skin, ultimately, which is giving that shrinkage effect. So when you take it off after an hour or whatever it is, you think that you lost weight. Well, technically you did lose weight, but it's on fat loss. And again, they're having these big wrapping parties where all these girls are like, oh my god, I'm gonna get so skinny, now I can fit in my dress, I've been using a wrap for 3 weeks, oh my god. It's funny watching these women that are so superficial when they don't actually work for anything. People are so quick to use a wrap around their body to lose weight, or get liposuction, or starve themselves, or go on some green smoothie diet where they drink nothing but green smoothies with fucking algae and kale for 6 weeks. Or they go on the water diet and they drink water for 24 hours and they lose all... I'm back. I had a phone call earlier, that's why I cut off. But I just left the gym. Just give you a quick rundown of my workout today, and then I'll go back to topic of let's keep it real. Today was my high volume leg day, which is quite a few exercises, all back to back, no breaks, 3 sets. So I start off with 60 body weight lunges. I then go into 30 leg extensions at a 50% max weight, and then I go into 30 squat jumps, and then 30 hyperextensions, and then 60 step ups on a box where my leg's 90 degrees when it's on top of it, and then 30 prone leg curls and 30 seated calf raises. I'll run through that once, take a 1 to 2 minute break for some water in between, and repeat that full round 3 times in a row. It ends up being like 660 reps or something like that. I typically can complete that in about 50 minutes straight. It's absolutely brutal, so I recommend you guys trying it if you really are looking for a good leg routine that gives you a great pump and is also going to develop great muscular endurance, which I believe will help strength long term. What I'm doing right now is alternating this day and then every 6th day doing my heavy leg day, which is the basics of, barbell squats, leg press, stuff like that. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. Let's keep it real. In regards to people looking for easy way outs, as I was talking about the wraps and liposuction and stuff, that's all fine if you're going to do that stuff, if you're also exercising and eating healthy and you've taken your body to the limit where perhaps you can't get rid of that stubborn belly fat or love handle fat. In some instances it is necessary, I guess, to at least give it a shot if you've pushed yourself. But if you're someone who all you do is cosmetic work and you spend all that money, it's not getting you anywhere, and it's very superficial. You're not developing a sense of character, willpower, and building, your mental toughness within, which is very important to maintain this lifestyle. And it's been proven with research over and over again that exercise and eating healthy boosts many things that you need for a quality life, such as energy. You're not going to be as lethargic during the day. You're going to sleep better. You're going to be in a better mood. You're going to be more positive with your outlook on life. So all those things come from exercising. You're not going to get those things from wearing a body wrap or getting your arms sucked and things like that. Excuse me. I have a little post-nasal drip with cold weather these days. But anyways, the last topic I want to discuss is certifications. I think these are getting a little out of hand with people getting certified. And I'll be honest with you, I have no certifications. I have no plans on getting a certification unless I absolutely need one to work at one of these elite health clubs who have trainers with no experience. But that might be at the end of this video. We'll talk about that. So, I don't believe a certification proves anything. And the reason is, anybody, and I do mean anybody, can study a book and take a test, be a good test taker, and pass it. And all of a sudden now they are a certified personal trainer, they're a certified strength coach, they're a certified exercise specialist, weight loss specialist, blah, 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 all this bullshit, all these organizations that force you to spend $600 to buy their books, spend another $300, $400, $500, $600 for the exam. Then you have to go, every year to these seminars to get your, I don't even know what they're called, CEUs, to maintain your certification. All while you could have no idea what you're doing. And I've worked with people like this. When I was in college, like a sophomore in college, going through my degree program, exercise physiology, there were classmates of mine who had a CSCS. They had their CPT, and guess what? They've never exercised in their life. And during one of our fitness assessment courses, we had to train another student or teacher in the university. And these people with their CSCS and CPTs had no clue how to write a program. They couldn't do a proper push-up or teach somebody how to deadlift properly. But they had their certifications, which means they can go get a job at a D1 school as a strength coach. Obviously, going through the interview process, the hiring person would realize that they have no idea. But still, on paper, it looks good. So a lot of these gyms are hiring people based on them having 3-4 certifications. And it's getting out of control because they have so many numerous programs you can buy to prove that you're good when you're not. It's kind of funny talking about a lot of this stuff because now they have these different ranks of, I'm CrossFit 1, CrossFit, that's another thing I'll talk about, but I'm CrossFit level 1 certified. Oh, but that guy over there is CrossFit level 3 certified, so he's paid $3,000 to the program. Well, Mary has a kettlebell level 16 certification. And I'm just wondering, what the hell can you do as a kettlebell instructor from level 1 to 16? I was driving by a gym in Boston the other day. I I forget what, maybe Huntington Ave, it just changed its name of the gym. I'm not going to say what gym it is, but there was a trampoline class, and people were jumping on these little trampolines. I don't know if they were jump roping or lifting dumbbells over their head, but all I'm wondering is what the hell kind of exercise is jumping on a trampoline? And I imagine because it's a corporation gym, the instructor had to be level 163 certified trampoline specialist. God only knows what that means. You know, just because you have a certification, you're a certified personal trainer, you're a certified strength coach, you're a certified nutritional specialist or corrective exercise specialist, but yet you're walking with rounded shoulders and scoliosis and your pelvis is tilted, you know, forward. But yet you're correcting other people's postures. I just find that very ironic. And it's getting out of hand. At the end of the day, experience rules all. Experience. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I have a lot to learn. I'm constantly learning every day. I do a lot of self-research and self-application. I never make a client do anything in terms of exercise or diet that I haven't tried before, that I know works. And going back to supplementation, I would never offer a supplement to anybody or say, use this, unless I've tried it. Just because a magazine article says something about it, or one research article came out about it, you know, you need to dig a little deeper and see how many participants were there, what were they actually studying, and does it actually work? And there's a lot of BS out there in terms of supplementation, because at the end of the day, 99% of the supplements don't do what they say, and they don't work at all. You know, me personally, I use very basic supplementation, you know, on and off throughout the year, and that's what I recommend to clients, which I'll get into another video on what supplements I believe truly work. But when you go to the supplement shop and you see all these fancy labels, it's like scratch tickets. You see this new fat burner that says it's gonna shred you up in 7 days, and it's 1,000 times as potent and anabolic as testosterone if it's a test booster, and it's all bullshit. Don't buy into it. It may help this much, and you're paying $60, $70 for a bottle. If you want to get results, you need to train your ass off, and you need to diet. And when I say diet throughout these videos, I'm not talking about dieting as you might read by definition, because the word diet technically is something that's going to eventually end. And this is really a lifestyle for those of us who are serious about it. And that's what you want to really develop, is a lifestyle of eating healthy. As a competitor throughout the year, I strictly diet, strictly live my lifestyle twice a year when I compete. Usually from the late winter, early spring, which is right now. I began my contest prep about a week ago. And then also late summer, early fall, which is when Boston has all of their shows. But the rest of the year, I'm eating the exact same diet. It's just a matter of if I'm doing more cardio or not during the contest prep, or if I'm cleaning things up. Like right before contest prep, and even now for the first few weeks of contest prep, I use ketchup when I eat hamburger. You know, eventually I'll get rid of the ketchup. I'll get rid of all sugar in my diet completely. Every morning I'm having a fruit smoothie with my protein powder in it, in addition to my eggs and oatmeal. But that's going to stop in about 2-3 weeks. And then slowly, as I get closer to the show, I cut out all my sugar completely. I don't even chew gum. I don't have any flavored anything. Plain water, because it tends to bloat me a little bit if I have too much flavor in anything. So the more bland, the more better. And I also tell people I want to suffer more during this contest prep, because I know the more suffering I am, the more things that are being taken away from me by myself. I'm not complaining about it by any means, but I know that the results are going to be better. And when you finally walk on that stage, not to get off on a different topic here, but this can relate to anybody. If you're enjoying your food so much and it's so delicious, it's probably bad for you, or not beneficial in the sense to losing fat and building muscle. Not to say that there are a lot of good foods out there that that are healthy. I really enjoy my diet right now. It's very basic. It's high protein, high fat, low to moderate carb, and then typically once to twice a week I do a slight carb load at bedtime, and that could just mean a few extra potatoes or some more rice right before I go to bed, and I end up waking up a little bit more tighter, a little leaner, and a little fuller, which is the best of both worlds. So supplementation, don't believe what you read on the label. It's always false. Always do your research. Google the product, see reviews, see what other people think about it, and then also research the ingredients to see what they're doing in your body and what the research shows behind the ingredients. You know, every so often a supplement comes out of the market. This is something else that really ticks me off, and a lot of people are going to agree with me with this on this one, is the product Jacked. A lot of people call it Jack 3D. I'm sticking to Jacked. I don't give a shit. It's Jacked in my book. I don't know what Jack 3D is. It's a pre-workout enhancer. You're getting jacked from it. It's called Jacked. Jack 3D, it sounds stupid. But anyways, it got taken off the market. I read an article, I think it was this past fall in 2013, that $80 million of product were thrown away. $80 million of product. All because 3 people died after using Jacked. Now you have to think a company like that, in my opinion, when it first came out, it was, and it still is by far the best pre-workout product ever made. Nothing's come close to it, in my opinion. And one of the ingredients was the reason, they say, why it killed people. Now what we don't know about the 3 people that died is how many scoops did they take. The label says 1 to 3 scoops within 24 hours. I've gone to 3 scoops. You don't need that much. I'm perfectly fine on 1 or 2 scoops, you know, for a whole bottle. Take a few months off, go back to it, because I find that you do your body gets very accustomed to the ingredients, and I end up getting a little bit lethargic after, actually. So anyways, 3 people died. They banned the product. They said the one ingredient was very dangerous. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I know it's like 1,3-dimethylalanine or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. But you have to think the company probably sold well over 100 million bottles with this product in it. 100 million bottles, let's say, and 3 people died. Maybe they took 10 scoops. You can have a heart attack from taking too much vitamin C. There's a lot of products out there that you can buy at the supermarket that will kill you. And that's something that really bothers me, is taking away our supplements when it's personal consumption for building a better physique. And, you know, you can go buy alcohol and kill yourself. You can buy cigarettes that are proven to cause cancer, but you can't take supplements that are supposed to help burn fat and build muscle. It's just insane to me. I'll never understand that, and I know a lot of people are upset about it. Maybe one day we can all sign a petition and get our products back. You know, going back to the late 1990s, if you guys remember andro poppers, which was a pro hormone. That was some of the best stuff around. 1AD was really good, and then they had Superdrol 1 Test, which was the rub-on gel, which was really good. But anyways, let's keep it real. If you guys have any topics you want me to discuss, email me, shoot me a message. We can do a Let's Keep It Real every week if you guys are into it, and I'll give you my personal opinions, throwing some facts into the mix about things that bother us, but it has to be health and fitness related. Fat nurses. Bad. You went to nursing school to help people that are ill for preventative care, and you're fat and you smoke. I can't tell you how many nurses I see that are like huge, sitting outside the hospital. I went to school with a lot of nurses in college. I went to 3 colleges throughout my 6-year career, of college. But I have a degree, don't worry. And, you know, in the middle of nursing class, they would step out for a smoke on our lunch break, because typically the nursing classes that I took were on Saturday for, 4 or 5 hours straight. So you'd have a break 2 hours in, and they would just be ripping cigarettes the whole time. It was disgusting. And you have to wonder, what the hell are they doing, wanting to help people when they're killing themselves? You know, it's pretty crazy to think. I actually, my first training job ever, going back to maybe 2005 or 06, I trained a cardiologist, a heart surgeon, that was flown into Boston from down south somewhere, maybe Florida, Georgia area. And he was supposed to be a very special man. He smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and he was a cardiologist, a heart surgeon. He looked like absolute shit. I think he was only in his 50s, but he looked about 80. He did not take care of himself. He was so out of shape and fat, and he ate nothing but processed food, and he smoked, he drank, and I ended up eventually telling him that I can't work with him anymore. I trained him for a few months, and I couldn't fathom how someone like that was a cardiologist. And this is a 100% true story. He's probably dead by now. he has to be dead. And he said, you know what, Chris, don't judge me. You know, I really enjoy smoking, but I also enjoy helping people. So it is what it is. And you know, I can't argue with that. So just don't be my cardiologist someday, please. Because if you don't care about yourself, you're not going to care about patients. Anyways, that's it. Coach Simons TV, episode 2. Let's keep it real. That's it.